You know, when the weather gets colder and the holiday seasons are coming along, we are learning the best ways to care for our pets that we love so much, and we want to keep them safe.
Yes, very important stuff. So today we are getting some advice from Dr. Cherri Trusheim. She's the founder, CEO, and veterinarian at Urban Animal. And the sweet pup, Floyd, welcome.
Thanks. Nice to be here.
Yeah, I'm so glad you're here. So tell us about Urban Animal and all the different services that you offer.
So Urban Animal is a general practice. We do everything from urgent care to wellness visits to dentistry to surgery. And we have recently just become a worker cooperative. So veterinary care provided by veterinary professionals and not necessarily corporate medicine. So yeah, we're pretty excited about it.
Oh, that's great.
And I feel like we need to talk about how cool Floyd is, because Floyd is a girl name too.
Yeah, Floyd's gender
Floyd.
confused, I guess, or,
That's all right.
or neutral, but she is an amazing 12-year-old something dog.
Oh.
She's just fantastic.
I can't look into those eyes. I want to
know.
give you all the
She's hoping you have a
treats.
cookie.
And she would get one for me if I had it. You know, so there's a lot of food around during the holidays, you know, chocolate for Halloween, maybe some turkey bones, Thanksgiving. So if our pets get into these, what are the symptoms we need to look out for?
Right, so chocolate's a big one. We hear about it a lot, but we'll have folks call and say, my 20-pound dog just ate one M&M. That's actually okay. Milk chocolate, not as concerning.
Really?
You know, you can almost go an ounce per pound. In other words, it takes quite a bit of milk chocolate, but that dark chocolate, baker's chocolate, that's the stuff that's really concerning, and it doesn't take much at all. So just keeping those sweets up and out of the way. You know, Thanksgiving time, or we all are going to start eating here for the next few months, all this stuff. And what's really risky for especially dogs is really high fat food. So giving them the bacon grease, giving them the drippings is not always the best idea. It can cause some inflammation of the pancreas and really make them quite sick. Turkey bones. I've had a dog who got knocked over the yard waste container, ate an entire turkey carcass, and was fine. Turkey bones tend to be soft, and so they dissolve a little bit. Not as concerning, but still a good idea just to keep them away.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, those are really good tips.
Yeah.
And you know, like after, you know, Halloween and Thanksgiving, we move on to Christmas and or the holiday season, I guess I should say. And you know, there's a lot of tinsel that people put on their trees. And what about cats? What do we need to do to help them and keep them safe?
Cats are funny. They will find, we call them linear foreign bodies. So things that cats eat that are long in strings. So ribbon off of packages, tinsel off of trees. A cat will just start eating away and swallowing and swallowing. And once it gets into their intestines, can cause a lot of problems and actually need surgical removal. So that tinsel that you drape on the tree that looks so pretty, I'm like, just stay away from that if you have a cat in your house.
Put it in like the top half of your tree.
Yeah, just do the top. And hope the cat doesn't take the lead.
I don't know. I've been around some wild cats, right? Like, you never know.
Yeah.
So we actually were just talking about how cute it is to dress up our dogs during this season, but is it really necessary to put a sweater on a puppy?
I think it was 50-something the other day, and I saw dogs in coats, and I was like, your dog could probably swim in a frozen river, right? And be fine. I think, yes, really short hair coats, when it starts to get, you know, below freezing, they might like a jacket, or the rain. I think we all like to keep the elements off of us, but for the most part, I think we put clothes on our pets for us, right? Not necessarily for them.
Yeah.
And costumes, you know, people love a dog and cat costume. And I think as long as they tolerate it well, it's fine. You want to not obstruct their vision, obviously. And if they seem happy, they probably are. But I think the human is the most happy.
Oh, good. I was kind of worried you were going to say that.
I won't put
Don't do it. I love them so much. I want to talk about grass for a minute, because I hear that there's certain types of grass that are no bueno for dogs. What do we need to be vigilant of?
Especially springtime, there are these foxtails, grass-ons. I think in Seattle we have them all around, but they can be quite dangerous. And they're just these little tiny grass seeds that have a little pokey end, and they can get between toes and work their way under the skin. They can get in noses, in ears, and cause quite a bit of problems. So if you see that kind of grass and your dog's sniffing around, I would just steer clear. Steer into a different area.
My dog lost a tooth because he picked a foxtail out of his fur and it burrowed underneath his tooth, and he had to get his tooth removed. It was like this
terrifying.
Really
like that is not something you hear about every day. But they are quite dangerous. If I see my dog sniffing, I just sort of move away. Move away.
Okay. I want to talk about the little like paw coverings, because I know it looks silly sometimes and dogs have a hard time, but I know that in the winter people like to throw down de-icer. That's not very good for paws.
It can be really irritating for paws.
Mm-hmm.
I think dogs, especially that don't have a lot of protection, they're not growing a lot of fur in between their toes.
Yeah.
They can sometimes benefit from some of those things, especially if you go to the beach and the barnacles and dogs will just run across those rocks and not think twice, and then their paws are all cut up. But when there's de-icer out and sand, I think it's fine to put those on dogs' feet. We're seeing a lot of itchy dogs right now, and the feet are a real common place where they'll start to get itchy.
Yeah, that makes sense. And you've got 3 clinics around the region. So tell us kind of where you're located and how people can find out more.
We have a practice, Capitol Hill and White Center. Those are both walk-in practices. In other words, you don't need an appointment. We can just help you, hopefully, as your problem arises.
Oh, great.
Pretty high demand for that service right now. And then our downtown model just converted to appointment only.
Oh,
so
okay.
you have an appointment. We try to give you as much time as we can. And for some folks, that's easier. So kind of trying to help everybody who needs it.
Awesome. Thank you so much for coming in today.
Yeah.
And thank you, Floyd.
Good job,
You're
Floyd.
So
Nice
chill,
work,
and you're
Floyd.
the coolest.
Yeah.
Yeah. You. Floyd's like, did I? Did I do a good
great?
job? We've posted more info on Urban Animal on our website, fox13seattle.com/studio13live.